How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So check it out. We have to go over Sofi stock in this one, break down the charts, the options chain, what I'm looking to do with Sofi stock, and we're going to go over the indexes, which, by the way, guys, the entire stock market right now is doing well. Finally, which, we've had a couple green days here in the last couple of days, but now we're pushing up to end off the week, which I can't complain. So we're going to break down Sofi, like I said, the options chain there, and we'll go over the indexes, where my head's at. But first, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe and join the free email newsletter. That is linked down below if you guys want me to send you my top stocks every single week in a newsletter type format right to your email. And again, it's free, so use that link down below, put your first name and your email address, and boom, you're in there, guys. So check it out. It's about 1:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now, and we have every index up at this point. The S&P's up 2%, the Nasdaq's up 1.8%, same with the Dow, and the Russell is up 1.1% as the VIX is down 3.5%. It's still very elevated, but it is down on the day, chilling at about 39 points after being at over 54 points yesterday. So the VIX is down a good chunk from where it was yesterday. We're down 27% from yesterday's high, which is a good drop in the VIX, but still, like I said, very elevated. And gold is up 2.5% right now, roughly. Silver's up 4%. So the safe haven assets are moving still after we're seeing obviously uncertainty in the overall market. But on top of that, the dollar weakening. We covered that in my previous video. The dollar against the Swiss franc, the euro, a couple other currencies. It's at the weakest point it's been in quite some time. And Sofi stock right now is up about 0.25%, trading at $10.55. And we were down earlier in the day, I think at one point, and just about 5 minutes ago we were down. But at the lowest point, we were down 4.5% on Sofi, and now we're starting to flip green, which is a good sign. You guys see on the intraday here, we're pushing out of these moving averages. We have a golden cross in the making right now. And as we pull up the 5-day and this 30-minute chart, the 10-day, 30-minute, you'll notice how we are now bouncing off of the highs from a couple of days ago. We're holding them as support. It looks like here on Monday, I believe. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday, Sofi kind of peaked at about $10.20. And then we broke out of it on Wednesday. We went all the way to $11.60. Then we pulled down yesterday. We held $10.15, $10.20. Again, the highs from Monday, Tuesday. We held that yesterday as support. And if I zoom in again, we're holding that today. So that's a very good sign in the short term here that the bulls are respecting that $10, $15, 20 cent support. That's a good sign, but obviously in this market that we're in, anything is possible. Just because we're up now, starting to see support at $10 doesn't mean, we're going to hold that next week, especially if we get some crazy news over the weekend regarding tariffs or, China, what they're going to do to the U.S. I mean, they already increased tariffs to now 125% on the U.S. The U.S. has 145% tariffs on China, so God knows what's going to happen over the weekend, so keep that in mind. But as of now, we are holding 10, 10, 20, which I'm liking, and as we pull the layers back even more on this 1 hour time frame, we are noticing the start of a golden cross. You guys see this 50 SMA crossing above the 180 SMA. That could signal potentially more upside to come, but again, it kind of depends on the overall stock market, what happens over the weekend, and we're not fully breaking out by any means here, guys, but that is something worth watching, that golden cross on that time frame. And of course, here on the 4 hour chart, guys, the reality is we are still downtrending heading into earnings, which maybe earnings, you know, give us some upside or upwards momentum. Earnings are on the 28th, so less than 3 weeks, or maybe the 29th. Yeah, the 29th, which I think is a Tuesday in the morning. We're going to get those earnings. So maybe that switches or changes up the trend here on the stock. So let me pull up the what's it called, the options chain, and while I do this, make sure you guys run the likes up on this video, number one, and number two, make sure to subscribe. I think 50% of you guys watch the videos here on YouTube, right, and you're not subscribing. So if that's you, you're here watching, you might as well subscribe. I appreciate all the support as always. So at this point, you guys know I am long SoFi. I own shares. I was buying in the $5, $6, $7 window. I bought more just about a couple days ago, earlier this week at $9.50. I added more shares. And at this point, I'm holding on to the stock as it's trading in the mid-10s, but I do plan on buying more shares moving forward here. So I'm looking to sell cash-secured puts. Let me pull this up right here and show you guys what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at the May 9th expiration date, number one, and I'm looking at the $8 and $8.50 puts here to sell them, not to buy them, to sell them. Or you could buy them as well if you're predicting more downside in the short term. Puts might work if SoFi dumps under 10, $9.50, $9, whatever. But I'm looking to sell these puts right here. So what I can do here is, let's say the $8.50 puts, for example. If I sell these, I need the cash in my brokerage account. I need to have 100 shares or 100 shares of $8 per share worth of SoFi. Not worth of SoFi, but worth of cash in the portfolio to buy SoFi if it gets to $8, right? So if you have, let's say, $800 laying around in your portfolio, you can do this right here. You can sell one contract at $8 strike price that expires on May 9th if you have $800 in your brokerage account, or $850 in this case. We're looking at the 850s. And you can get $42, boom, just like that. That's the estimated credit. You will get $42 essentially in cash right into your brokerage account by selling these cash secured puts. And if the stock gets to $8.50 on that expiration date, or by that expiration date, you're going to have to buy the stock, which you would buy. You'd buy 100 shares anyway, or however many contracts you sold. You'd have to buy the amount of contracts times 100, that many shares. But you would buy the stock anyway. You know what I mean? I would buy it at $8.50 anyway, so I might as well sell these cash secured puts with my cash in the brokerage account and collect the premium in the meantime while the stock figures itself out. So I'm eyeing up the 850s on we're in April. We're past March. May. I'm looking at the May 9th 850s. And if you go further out, let's say May 30th. Let's see here, guys. Let's go to May 30th. If we look at the 850s, they're 49 cents. So you'd make a little bit more with those on the estimated credit, but you'd have to, hold those cash secured puts a bit longer. It all depends on, what you guys want to do there. And obviously, this is not financial advice. Do whatever you want. This is just what I'm thinking. Let's say if we want to go even further out, let's say we want to go to July or something, and then come down to, let's say, $7. You can do that. You need $700 in your brokerage account, or however much, let's say you want to buy 3 contracts, you'd need $2,100, and you can make decent income from this. Let's say you want to buy 300 shares of SoFi at $7 by July 18th. If it gets to $7, right, you have $21 in your account. Excuse me, guys. You'd get an estimated credit of $120. It might not sound crazy, right? But if you're doing this on your entire portfolio, or not your entire portfolio, but if you have 10 grand laying around in cash and you want to, make some money off of it in the meantime while you wait for stocks to get to the price you want them to, selling cash secured puts is the way to go. And you can sell covered calls as well if you own at least 100 shares of any stock. In this case, SoFi, let's say we want to sell covered calls. Let's say since today the stock's moving a bit, you want to take advantage of the premiums rising. You could be like, okay, I want to sell the $12 May 16th calls here, and guess what? You'll get $70 by just literally selling a contract here. But the thing is, if it hits $12 or more before or on the expiration date, whatever, you have to get rid of your shares. Your shares are collateral, and you have to sell at $12, even if the stock is at $14, for example. So you'll miss on some upside there. But this is what I've been doing, not just with SoFi, but with a lot of stocks out there, guys. Using my shares as collateral, making some money with covered calls. I have extra cash lying around, making some extra money with cash secured puts. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. The market is green right now, but that's not guaranteed to hold for the rest of the day. Over the weekend, obviously, anything could happen. So be careful holding positions over the weekend as trades. I'm being very careful with my trading right now, guys. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe and join the free email stock newsletter. Linked down below. Put your first name, your email address. You're in there, and it's free. You have no excuse, guys. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.